for inviting us to the model, right?
Yes.
Thank y'all for coming. And make sure everybody drops a business card in. We got a couple of giveaways.
Make sure you drop a business card in. We got a couple of giveaways. So my agent of the week last week, Karen Gordy. Where are you, Karen? You're in here. Okay, so guys, what I'm doing on your ninja contest, whoever is the running total each week is going to be agent of the week. Okay? And then you guys have got to turn your scorecards into your captains by Monday. What's it supposed to be, 2 o'clock, Mary? 2 or 3 o'clock, depending on which team you're on. 2 o'clock, everyone's saying consensus. And then you're going to be eligible for some prizes and some Agent of the Week spot, which is just fun. And then also, what is a fun group if you come on Tuesday mornings before team meeting? We're not doing it when we're off-site, but when we're at the office, 8:30 to 9, fun group. I'm going to give away extra prizes, do extra things in that class. That's an accountability and addition to your training class that I'm going to come in and bring you guys content, information, and have more fun. So I brought you one example of game we'll play today, and then show up to those fun groups to just increase your understanding of your contest and of what's going on and win more prizes, okay? So should I say who my agent of the week is? Okay, so my agent of the week, hold on, come over here and look. So right now I have running totals, so I'm just going to use that for this. Then as you guys get them situated where you're turning them in, I'll give you each week's winner. So do you guys know what team you're on? Everybody's clear on who your captain is and what your team is. So on the Richardson group called Yakuza, Brian, why is that name?
It's the largest crime syndicate in Japan right now. They're the only true ninjas on the planet.
The true ninjas. Okay, so on Richardson team, in the lead right now is Judy Schrock. Ow! Woo! On the Who Dat Feasters, whose team is that? Stephanie, on your team, Matt Mulk in the lead. Ninja Naders is Donna's story team, and Donna on that team is on the lead. She needs some more participation, you guys. Okay? And then on the Warriors, Phyllis Clary in the lead. So of all four, Phyllis Clary is the winner this week and will be agent of the week. I don't know how she did that, so it's tough to, she's being all ninja behind the scenes, right? So we are going to start, as we always do, with gratitude, and Earl's going to pull up a video here for us. So you guys watch for a sec. I'll come out of the way.
Making it really a habit and doing it every day. Doing something every morning when you wake up, that's a really good time. And another good time is when you go to sleep at night. And gratitude works a lot. Just being grateful for everything. The more, I always say the universe loves gratitude. The more you're grateful for what the good is in your life, the more good you get to be grateful about. And it's like, somebody gives you a present and gives me a present and I say, oh my God, I hate that color and it doesn't fit. And, that person will never give me another present. But if you say, oh, it's wonderful and thank you, I really adore it, it's great, that person is probably going to want to buy you a present every time they see something they think you would like. And it's like that with the universe. The universe loves gratitude.
Say thank you for grace. Thank you for mercy. Thank you for understanding. Thank you for wisdom. Thank you for parents. Thank you for love. Thank you for kindness. Thank you for humility. Thank you for peace. Thank you for prosperity. Say thank you in advance for what's already yours. That's how I live my life. That's why I am. One of the reasons why I am today. Say thank you in advance for what is already yours.
Thank you for technology.
Thank you. Thank you. Be thankful.
Okay, be thankful. So prayer requests. Anyone have a prayer request?
I do. My dad is in the hospital with pneumonia, and he just has one that I have. So,
Say again, Karen.
my dad is in the hospital with pneumonia, and he
gonna have ones that's not good.
Yeah.
To have pneumonia with that. Well, it would never be good. So let's pray for Karen's family. Anyone else have anything?
Mickey Mouse.
Mickey Lyles, I have, let me just see what I have here for Mickey Lyles. So Mickey Lyles had heart problem going back to an old injury, and he got an infection and it kind of attacked his heart because it was a little bit weak. So he was already on a drip, kind of strong antibiotics. He was worried about having to have a heart surgery, and he didn't end up having to have a heart surgery. And then he had something break loose and go to his brain and cause him to have a stroke. Okay, so he's in the hospital, and he's gonna be in there for at least a week, maybe 2. He sounds good, he's okay, but he definitely needs prayers and, good news. I've got Hal Griffin as always. Hal is still doing his chemo. He has such a great, strong spirit. He struggled a little bit last week. We've seen him in the office a couple times. Please keep Hal in your prayers. Peter Hackinson, I know, is on property duty right now at the office. He's looking good. He is still healing, struggling, getting over his leg surgery and complications from that. So we're still praying for Peter. Robert McGowan. So Robert's wife, young, she's around 40 years old. She has had heart complications. She had an emergency pacemaker. Right now she's got an infection. It has spread to her arm. She's in the hospital again. Very worried about that family. Please keep them in your prayers. Contact Robert. He works over in the Walden office. Healing for Evelyn is her name. Carolyn Baker. Her husband had foot surgery. He's still only mobile by wheelchair. So he's still recovering. She's thanking us for continued prayers for her. And Diana, I know I've got you on the list here. Tell us about your hubby.
Well, he's doing a whole lot better. We found out in September that only about half of his heart was working. So they put in a defibrillator and another pacemaker, and starting him on some new medication, and his heart, the part that's not working was called dormant, and so now they're just doing what they can to bring it back.
So how's
And he's at home. I can't keep him still. He'll probably drop dead.
Aw. Well, we're praying for him and
Thank
for
you,
you.
I appreciate it.
Anyone else have anything I missed?
Anna, the measles are going
Yeah,
down.
I heard that this week. There's one case.
And
Pray that no one gets the measles.
So if anyone, has
Jennifer Wheeler, thanks you for your continued prayers for her to heal her heart. She's still working on that. Kathy?
Y'all, please look at my little grandson Jeremiah. He's 4 and about to have his 4th open heart surgery, but he's fighting with hormone protection, and so they continue to not be able to get him a stent. We're hoping we're going to get that in the month of March, but he's only got about half a heart, and it's deformed, so it's really crucial that he has it. So.
How old is he, Kathy?
He's 4. Oh, sorry, his birthday. He's 5.
5. Start a little boy. Okay, anybody else? Shelley Faust is going to lead us in prayer. If you'll bow your heads, please.
Father, thank you for this day. Thank you that you're so good, God. Even no matter what's going on around us, you are the one constant in our lives that we can always count on. Thank you, God, that your love never changes, that your mercy never changes. And God, I pray for all of those who were mentioned this morning and even those unspoken prayer requests. We pray for healing for those who need healing. God, we pray for encouragement for them. We pray that they would find peace in the middle of their circumstances, God, and that they would find rest in your presence, God. I thank you for the privilege of doing business with Tyler Williams. And we speak blessings over our team and over each one of our businesses. And we pray that we would, alongside of doing real estate, God, that we would make an impact for good in this world, that we would be a light that shines in the darkness. Thank you for our team leader, Anna. God, thank you for our staff. We speak blessings over them. And we just thank you that for all the blessings that you've given us and all the things that are yet to come. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Thank you. Okay, so I know Gateway Mortgage here. Kathy, come talk to us. You gotta or you can talk from over there.
Well, we're excited that we're gonna be hosting a continuing education February 25th at Margarita Peppers. It's on credit repair, and it's not, I don't wanna go too deep into this, but it's not credit repair that we want you to be credit counseling your buyers, but it's credit repair, enough information for you as real estate agents to know how to give advice from time to time, and to know what to tell people whenever you hear that maybe sometimes working with credit repair agencies that maybe are less than reputable. It's $10, and there's 2 hours CE, and there'll be a happy hour after, so we hope to have you here.
What time is that?
Oh, CE and happy hour.
2:40.
Right.
Then happy hour.
Okay, let's welcome our host, Cole, to come talk to us about this community and about Lennar.
Well, thank you. Did everybody get breakfast? I didn't see a whole lot of people eating. There's plenty of chicken sandwiches. We were running a little late on all the fruit, but the fruit is here now as well.
So thank you, Anna, for having me, or for coming over to my model and getting out of your office, and thank everybody for coming. I just wanted to bring you guys out to kind of let you know we're back open. This neighborhood was open about a year ago, closed down for about a year, and we just reopened an additional 50 lots. The first time we were open, they sold 75 within the first year, so it moved very, very rapidly. Been open for 2 weeks and have moved 4 and got another 2 or 3 that'll probably pop this week. So it's a very, very active community, and we are only a mile from you guys. So I'd love to have you guys come out. We always run BTSAs, which usually catches attention. So just come out and see me whenever you've got anybody interested. We're gonna be in the 250s to low 300s. 1 stories, 2 stories, starting out at about 1,850 square feet, going on up to about 3,000 square feet. This will be the last section of the community, so it's gonna be 125 homes total. So very small, kind of off the path. You guys have probably driven by here and not really paid much attention to it, and that's what the neighbors love. Got a high empty nester presence in the neighborhood. Also have some families, so it's a good mix, but I'd say the majority is probably geared more towards empty nesters. Has anybody done any business out here in the past? No? Not yet, so I hope to see some here in the near future. A little bit about Lennar. In front of you, you'll have a small brochure that talks about our smart home technology. Lennar really took the lead here with teaming up with Amazon. So all of our homes are smart homes, and by that I mean this is like the home of the Jetsons. You can, from your couch, you can control lights, you can control the AC, the front door locks, you can see your Ring doorbell, which comes standard. So every single home that we sell comes standard with about $10,000 worth of smart home technology that's built in. Don't have to use it because not everybody wants Big Brother looking over their shoulder, but it's there and it's readily available and it's fully expandable for any future smart home technology that comes out. Anybody have any questions? Yes.
So that's a good, sometimes people are scared of that stuff.
Yes.
Just depending on the person. So if they do not want it, you'll just put this standard doorbell and.
Well, it all comes with it. You don't have to activate it. So what we do is it comes as part of the home.
They're still listening.
And then, it comes as part of the home, and then 60 to 90 days after you move in and get internet set up, we actually send a Amazon technician out to activate all the services.
Okay.
You don't have to go through the activation.
Okay.
Very, very common question.
Well, I mean, it's not that I'm like profile, but I mean, with older generations, I get that a lot. Like, I don't want that in my house. I don't even want it in there because they think that they're listening.
Right. No. Very true. Very true.
Are there amenities out here?
So the good thing about this neighborhood is and why it draws empty nesters is there are not a lot of amenities. We've got green space right next door, and we're off the beaten path. So there's not going to be a pool, splash pad, or anything like that.
So what's the HOA?
HOA is currently $750. That was based off the original 75 homes that were in here. Now that we got an additional 50, they're going to reassess at the end of the year, and we see that coming down.
Okay.
And at that point, go ahead.
So you had 75 homes built, and were those all Lennar?
Those were all Lennar. So this is specifically a Lennar community, correct.
Okay.
So all 125 homes total will be all Lennar.
And how big are the lots?
Lots are 50 by about 130 on average. We do have a couple of cul-de-sac lots, which are going to open up and be a little bit larger. So this home site we're on right now, you see the backyard, it's probably about 30 feet long. This is the biggest footprint of a home that we have. So this would be the smallest backyard that we would have available.
So tell us a when somebody wants to register a client, how does that work for you guys?
So if you bring a buyer into me, we're gonna sit down, we're gonna discuss client needs, what they're looking for, see if we've got a fit to even go into that next step. So I basically like to have that sit down when buyers come in. We'll walk the model, but really I like to see if a buyer is gonna be a fit for the community before we really dive into that process. So if you bring in a buyer, I know there's some horror stories out there. I'm not here to, hijack clients or anything like that. You bring a client into me, we're gonna work together, they're in good hands.
What if they have our cards and decide to go and come by themselves?
Not a problem at all.
Okay.
I asked that question up front, do you have representation?
Okay.
It's definitely a question, and then if we move forward, that question's asked another 2 or 3 times, just to make sure, because in the past it has happened when somebody doesn't realize that they're into a buyer's agreement, which also very important. And then we basically got halfway through a deal, and then it's like, no, I was represented. It's like, well, we talked about that 10 times, so then we gotta go back and fight that battle. But we wanna get you paid.
Okay.
Absolutely. And then same thing with BTSAs, we wanna get you as much money as possible.
Thank you.
Go into that a little bit.
Go into that a little bit. So BTSAs is gonna be dependent on if it's a dirt sale, which is gonna take roughly about 6 months from the time we sign a purchase agreement, versus inventory. Inventory is gonna be something that, if we have poured a foundation, it's considered an inventory home, we can sell that, and it's gonna have different discounting and different BTSAs, depending on what specials we have going on. Last month, it was up to, I want to say $3,500, $4,500. This month, it's gonna be, $2,000 to $3,000. And it's gonna vary, sometimes that changes on a weekly basis.
So the BTSA could vary,
Could vary, absolutely.
and the inventory can vary, so how long would it take to build a home?
6 months, from
Okay.
purchase agreement to closing.
So
Give or
6
take,
months or so
pending
to
weather.
build. And what kind of incentive for the buyer, like, you're gonna call up and a buyer's gonna say, what incentives, like, what would you say you're
I'm gonna-
offering?
I'm gonna tell you that incentives have never sold a home.
Okay,
I'm gonna ask you to come out and let's look at
well,
what
I'm
we
sorry,
have.
let's just say we came in person.
Mhm.
What kind of incentives would you be talking about?
It's gonna vary depending on if that's an inventory home, if that's an aged inventory home, if we're looking at a piece of dirt. So the biggest difference with Lennar, and I'm sure all of you guys have been to other new home builders in the past, right? You walk into a model home, how much in upgrades do they typically have?
10.
Right, everything, right? So when you walked in, this model home has a pretty good feel to it, right? Seems like it's got quite a few upgrades. This is how our homes come out of the box. So this home, the only thing we changed is the paint color. So you come in, the base price on this home's $287,990. These are all standard selections that you see. And no other builder is gonna be able to touch that. So this is a great representation. If you bring a buyer in, there is no, we're gonna start at $330, but our model home is at, $400. This home's at $287,990, and this is what you get. So our selections, if you did have a buyer that wanted to come in and choose a lot and build from scratch, I have a selections room here where they're gonna choose their tile, they're gonna choose their wood floor, they're gonna choose their carpet, their backsplash, their cabinet color. That way they can put their personal touch on it.
Do you have any homes ready right now?
I've got one that we're gonna see that's gonna be ready in about a month and a half, and then I've got 15 inventory homes kind of in the back corner of the community that we're just starting. We've got 3 foundations that are pouring, so we're looking at really a May, June timeframe, which is perfect for summertime buyers.
Okay, cool, any other questions, anyone?
And then once you guys finish up, we've got a home a couple of doors down that we can go walk, and then once you finish up, we'll do a drawing, because everybody likes drawings.
Matt?
Yeah, so in your process with Lennar, when we sign an agreement with you, do you deal with the whole thing, or will you eventually pass like the agent off to the construction guy so we can talk one-on-one with him as well?
I'm part of the process. I basically try to be the ringleader at the front.
Right.
I do have a fantastic construction manager here, so basically from purchase agreement to the start of construction takes about 60 days. At that time, we usually try and get a pre-construction meeting. That way buyer can meet the construction manager and answer any questions there, and then we work together as a team.
Okay, cool.
What's the design center like? When can they go there?
It's actually here. So this is an everything's included floor plan.
Oh,
Yeah.
So he was just saying they can go in there and
So you
select.
really can't do any changes to the home, right?
So the floor plan, we do not deviate from the floor plan. What you see on paper is how it's going to be built.
But colors, cabinets,
Mhm.
that kind of thing.
That kind of thing, you do have options.
Okay.
And we're in the process, we're in the process of finalizing, our selection room here. I have all the selections in there, it's kind of chaos, but I can show you what we've got going on.
Okay, so they choose it all?
They choose it all here, absolutely. Good questions.
Okay, so guys, go look at the house after you're done here, and, kind of drive around the neighborhood, see what you've got going on.
Did we get everybody's business card?
And everybody's business card.
Perfect. Go ahead and finish up, and then we'll do the drawing.
All right, thank you.
Jane. Go ahead.
Okay, so let's talk about the ALC for a minute, guys. Every one of your ninja teams has an ALC member as the captain. You guys also have a captain from the staff on your team. So you guys report in every week to your captains, your scores. So ALC, let's have you guys come and talk and tell us a little bit about what's going on your committees, what your vision is for your team, anything that's going on with you. Shelley, I'll let you start.
From here, you good here?
You can start there, yeah.
Well, first of all, thanks to everyone who's been turning in scorecards. I feel like we're gaining momentum, so that's exciting. My vision for my team is not that we're not just a ninja contest. I'm excited to get to know my team on a more personal level, to encourage each other. We've been sharing some successes, sharing some of our affirmations with one another, so that's been fun. But yeah, so that's our team. And then, did you say talk about the committee meeting now? Or
Sure.
Stephanie and I are co-partners for the culture committee, and we're excited to get that started. We're going to hold our first meeting of the year this Thursday at 9:30, and because we're culture, we thought we'd do something fun and not meet at the office. So we're going to meet at Flourish, downtown Conroe. So we would like to invite anyone who wants to be a part of the culture committee. We have some exciting things coming up, and if you have something that you want us to consider or get on the calendar, just email us or call us, stop by the office, or we'd love for you to join us on Thursday at 9:30 at Flourish.
Okay, so did you have something that you want to say about Michael Hoff?
We're gonna kind of do that word of mouth a little differently than what we thought. So Michael Huff is, he's,
Sorry.
okay, go ahead. So
I didn't get the memo.
Yeah, this is kind of last minute. So Michael Huff has some clients that he's working with. He's been working, I think, on Saturdays. He's got 2 more Saturdays that he's gonna be helping them, but he's also, needing some help financially. He's working with some retired and wounded veterans and trying to help them get in a house, and the husband or the wife is on hospice. So there's some serious things going on there, and he just out of the goodness of his heart is trying to help them the best that he can. So if that's something that you would like to help with, or if you want to have a conversation with him, you can contact him.
Can I add
on
to
that?
that?
Yeah.
Because I was there on Saturday volunteering.
Okay.
They need like a ton of help, like a ton. And I mean, there was only, I want to say, 7, including 2 kids.
Yeah,
That
but
were
they
there.
left at noon.
I mean,
It was just
there's
free.
so much work to be done. I will say that there's a lot of animals, so if you have allergies and you want to help, maybe like contribute financially, but don't go,
Okay.
and expect to get down and dirty and work, but I definitely would encourage everybody to tell everybody they know and get as many people as we can to show up. I'm going to be out of town this next weekend, so I won't be able to, but I know that they'll still be out there. Might need more days too to go out there because I don't know if it'll get done.
That's the biggest thing. We didn't know the scope of the project till we got there. I think he bit off a little more than he chewed. And I mean, without a little better planning and without at least 20 people a day for 2 Saturdays, it's not gonna get done. It's just not. So.
No, there's a church in Magnolia called Battle Cry Ministries, and they do stuff like that. If you will call and reach out to them, that whole entire ministry will go out
The
and
problem is
help
it's in
with that.
Budas, Texas too. So
Well, they go everywhere. They go to Louisiana. They'll go anywhere. It's Battle Cry. She's a friend of mine. Her husband is the preacher. I'll reach out to him and and see what they
That
have
would
to
be
say.
great.
Yeah, yeah.
And even if they have like, cause their furniture is in awful condition, I mean, they really need help. So.
Yeah, I'll definitely, yeah, if you'll email me, I'll talk to her today actually and see if she can help you guys out that way, cause that's what they do. They literally go everywhere.
So here's the deal, guys. With Keller Williams, we have a huge network of community. We have KW Cares, we give money off of our commissions, and we gather to help people. We'll have Red Day coming up in May. The Culture Committee, a lot of you come over for the training, maybe as a new agent, and then you end up staying for the culture and the community that we have. So if you guys will attend the Culture Committee, help, you know, these two agents who volunteer, Stephanie and Shelley, their time, they're busy agents as well, to just give back. And you'll find like that gratitude video, when you give, it comes back into your life. And, you know, rally your troops, rally the people you know, and give back either this family or at least get with the Culture Committee. Every party we have, every function we do, every social event, it takes a village of people to get together. First of all, tell us what you want to do and then be a part of it. So don't be afraid to contact your ALC with ideas, with thoughts, all of that. That's what they're there for. Okay? Brian, let's talk about yours.
Okay.
What's going on?
Well, the Yakuza?
Yakuza, yes.
Okay. Started a little bit behind the 8 ball, gaining ground, and we will beat Stephanie King. Sorry, I hope you guys realize I am competitive.
Anyone else in the room competitive?
Oh, sweet Jesus.
But again, I'm going to echo what Shelley said earlier is inclusion, participation, that's going to bring you into our culture. And that's huge. You know, it says it on the wall. It's like Whataburger, God, family, then business. So, and that's God, that's a great segue into the growth committee, Anna, don't you think?
Absolutely.
Wonderful. So with growth committee, inviting other agents out in the world, you can see it as being evangelism for a way of getting people into our culture. There's a few people that I've recruited that I regret bringing on here. I won't mention any names at all. I won't embarrass anybody.
Just yourself.
No, okay. But the idea is like we're supposed to have fun, and having them see the togetherness and the opportunity that Mike's going to bring to us, and the battle folks, battle cry. She's ignoring me right now.
No, I'm not.
Okay, I still love
Swear.
her. Okay. But that's part of our culture, and that's huge. Bringing people on that you do deals with out in the world, people that are complaining about, oh man, my job, this and that. Bring them to Anna, and show it. This is participation time, gang. I'm excited about this. Who's put somebody in Anna's office in the last 6 months to recruit? Okay. We can do better, right? Can we do better? I mean,
You're right. Hey, I have.
Okay, well, your hand went up then. Thank you for
And I'm a new
participating.
person, so you're welcome.
See? Because you're a new person, it makes it even more gooder.
Well,
Right?
let's be the source of referrals for all of our business. So, you know, get with Brian on the growth committee. He needs help. Let's have a social function where we're you know, let's do another big panel at the water point or something. The growth committee needs some help, and so do I. If you guys have not gone to profit share, if you guys don't know what your profit share was last year, it's very easy to grab your report off KW Connect. And if you didn't make enough to do like a tenth of your cap off of your profit share, come talk to me about how to do that. Okay? So, Shelley and Stephanie, now Donna is doing career development, so as you look at your training calendar and you think about what growth you could use, Donna is the front person for that. She's in Huntsville. They've been doing a lot of construction right now. It's hard for her to get back and forth. She's probably on the live watching us right now, and she really needs help just basically, well, we need trainers, but we need to know what you guys want to be trained on. You know, we all come over here for training, and then I see the sparse classes of, even for your contest, like somebody in the room who didn't get points this week, thinking about collaborating, why do we want you to focus in on these specific activities? We know that they will grow your business. If you do all of these activities on this scorecard, your scorecard's over here. So let's say you are new, let's say you've been here for years, and you say, I didn't do that. Just attending a sales meeting, you just got 5 points. So now you turn that into your team. The winning team is gonna sit and eat crawfish while the losing team cooks the crawfish? Who doesn't want to have somebody cooking for them? And who wants to be the one that has to cook, right? So the idea is for you guys to get involved and to increase your production.
Well, I tell you, can't we have an excuse? Last week, I had a daughter that had surgery, and a son-in-law that was in the hospital, and I still managed to do 95 points. Yes. Yes. No sleep, but I still got enough.
Now, for the boards at the office, I said that I was going to give away prizes for the best board. Now, guys, I'm a little bit, my boards aren't looking quite good yet, but I will tell you that the Warriors did win this week, so they're going to get an extra spin. Shelly, I'm going to let you do the honors of the spin. Come on up here and spin.
When did that get on the board? Because I know our team was the only one that had anything for like a week.
You had until yesterday.
And we did
Oh,
it
yesterday.
They
yesterday.
shot through at the end.
I see.
They played Darth Vader. They got
Shelly,
saved
come
in
up
the
here and
end.
spin.
Ours doesn't look great.
You're
It's
just gonna
real.
spin this wheel
Theirs
over
is-
here.
Oh, it's real.
You may have to hold the basics.
Pretty energetic.
I don't know how my little tab is colored. No, not really. She's very strong. She won a, what do you think, $10 Starbucks card? $10 Starbucks card, yay! You can put it on your people. Well, not Florida.
That's true.
Okay, welcome new agents. Joy Adamson. Joey. Sorry, you guys clap. I might look like this clap. Kelly, welcome Kelly Dua. Welcome DJ Diaz. Congratulations to my cappers Matt West. Congratulations to my cappers Dale Kane. You guys, I want every single one of you to cap and to enjoy that 100% commission. I've been talking about the 6 personal perspectives, which is kind of one of Gary's core training. And each meeting I bring it up just for you to remind yourself, where are you on your mental game? So we talked about committing to self-mastery. We talked about committing to the 80%, 20% rule, meaning what is the 20% that matters? What are you spending your time on? You're moving from the E to the P, means moving from just kind of your natural talents to being purposeful in your activities. Step 4, make being learning-based the foundation of your action plan. When we talk about being learning-based, when you show up to class, are you actually present and there to gain something to learn from that class? Are you guys here today to pick up something to take with you as you leave? This learning base, I think, is a big difference in the people that succeed and don't, when you're open to doing something differently. So Earl, do you have a... Oh, we're going to play a video for your hot list. So when you guys look at your ninja stuff and your learning base and you're into doing these activities, let's talk about what is a hot list? Who in the room knows? So somebody really ready. How would you know if I was on your hot list, if I was a buyer or a seller?
Well, hopefully you're approved.
So you're approved if you're a buyer, you signed agency, you're just looking for the right house. If you're a seller, you haven't listed or you haven't listed yet, but I know you're going to, right? Who's raised their hand that's going to do business with you in the next 12 months? Agents who have been here in a while, have you ever let one of those fall through your cracks and accidentally did not follow up with them? I mean, I'm telling you, it happens. Let's watch this video. This is habit number.
Good morning. This is the Ninja Nation, where we talk about all things ninja all the time. I'm Don Tennyson, Master Ninja Instructor. It's another day in paradise, and it's time to check in, see how you're doing on the ninja path. Just a quick reminder that the morning routine is a great way to start your day. Focus on gratitude, read something inspirational, write that affirmation 25 times, review the life list, and write 2 personal notes. It'll set you up with the right energy, the vibe that attracts people into your business, not the energy that pushes people away. Today, let's focus on Ninja 9 success habit number 4, Focus on your hot list every day. A hot list is a list of people who meet the following criteria. They know they're going to be selling something or buying something. You know they're going to be buying or selling. You know you're going to be their realtor, and it's going to happen in the next 90 days. This simple system allows us to focus on the people who have the best possibility of buying or selling. Hey, do you remember that moonwalking bear video in the ninja installation on the second day? Most of us didn't see the moonwalking bear the first time through because we were too busy focused on the team in white. The moonwalking bear represents the contract that wants to be written this week, but it might not happen if we're too focused on the team in white, which of course represents all the swirl, all the distraction, those things going on in our life that have us distracted. The hot list enables us to cut through those daily distractions and put our focus squarely on those people who are most likely to write a contract this week. Even if they're not ready to write a contract this week, we should be asking ourselves the question, what's their next step in the process of being ready to move forward? Let's keep in mind, too, that your hot list also includes current buyers who are not yet under contract and current sellers who are not yet under contract with a buyer. One of Ninja Selling's foundational principles is this: what you focus on expands. If that's true, you should carry that hot list around with you so you can focus on it every day. You'll do more transactions and virtually eliminate the possibility of potential leads falling through the cracks. This week, your one thing I must accomplish is to bring your hot list up to date. Remember, TSW, here's to another productive week on the Ninja Path.
So show of hands in the room, who has a hot list updated? Okay, about half of you. So that's your one thing this week, right? Okay, cool. So Ninja Principles, which are on Wednesdays, 9 to 11, starting over. So Ninja Principle number 1, Mindset Mastery. Show of hands who's been to the Principles courses. Not all of you, right? You can't just go to it one time either. So hit those courses on Wednesdays. I would thank you so much, Ruth, for facilitating those and dividing that content for us. And we're going to move those in March so where you don't have to come in as often. Hit these classes in February, you guys. Your business is going to start to expand, and you're going to start to tell me how busy you are. This is a big thing. All right. Thursday skills groups. There's 12 skills groups. Who right now thinks that they have a kick-butt CMA process and can nail those prices? All right, I'm actually kind of proud of you three because I personally can't even really do a CMA that I love right now based on what the market's doing. So on the skills group on Thursday, as you review CMAs, they've gone over Focus First. We're going to be doing some content for you, I believe, on just going in through Matrix. In any case, I'd like for you guys to come in, take that house and get a consensus on what it's worth. Skills group.
What's the target property's address?
We don't have it yet.
Oh,
Yeah, somebody
Easy.
Ryan will be there. And you guys get scored points for that, right? Okay, contracts class and mock contract class. I don't know, I don't want to be like on a soapbox here, guys, but I've seen lots of agents who maybe haven't done a whole lot of contracts, who took contracts class one time and then have a freak out panic mode during that first contract or the next series of contracts. So
Even some experience.
even some experienced agents, the contracts change. Thanks, Matt, for having those.
Anna,
Yes.
we had a circumstance this last week. One of the agents in Huntsville had a contract with another agent in Montgomery. And the agent in Montgomery has been selling real estate for, I know, 20-some years now. And was not aware that when you write a farm, and he's a farm and ranch agent too, when you write a farm and ranch contract, that if you don't attach the mineral exception, the minerals go with the sale. And so right now we're kind of at an impasse because the buyers are going, we like our contract. And they're going, we should have had that signed. They sent it after the contract was executed, the addendum. So that's what she's talking about, is contracts change and some people don't keep up, and the more you know about it, the better your clients will be.
Will we ever have a class on the farm or ranch contracts?
We were talking about bringing in a farm to ranch content. I think we're talking about the farm to ranch agency, see if they'll come in and teach it.
Yeah.
Okay, let's keep moving, Laurel. So, go back to never ending referrals. So, never ending referrals, guys, when I talk about being learning based and I talk about having your open mindset and I talk about doing differently, and I pull you guys' numbers and I look, what would happen if you put your database into letter groups? Somebody give me an example of how that would work.
Tells you who to call.
So it gives you a reminder of who to call. So let's just say we called everybody that's last name started with F or started with G. They've taken it scientifically and broken down how many letters in the alphabet, that percentage of your database. What else would happen if you had those in letter groups? You don't miss anyone, you don't have bias on who to call, and every single quarter you call everyone in your database. So never-ending referrals, unless you guys are mastering your database, is a content that we've been given for free that is max content. And I don't know any of you who are mastering your database. So this particular class, the local expert trusted advisor, Ruth, what does that mean, would you say? Local
Well,
expert
that's
trusted
where you're
advisor.
gonna be able to contact them with market information.
So it'll tie right in with your real estate reviews, right? Oh, so Monday, February 11th. I'm going to talk about Command here in a second as we get into family reunion, which is in 2 weeks, I believe, and Command gets launched. We've been talking about it. It's going to be launched in a couple of weeks. I've been begging you guys to get your database inputted in so that you're ready. We're doing a workshop on February 11th from 2 to 3, it says here, for your database. So come prepared to work on your database. Just carve off that time in your calendar, and even if you think your database is set up, are your letter groups set up, are your automatic campaigns, whatever it is that you want, set up on there, come in and just pick that time to do it.
And Anna will have all the staff.
We'll have the entire staff there to help you.
This is like a calling session or?
This is a come in and work on your database, that all of your contacts are in there, import them out of your phone and your Facebook and your email and your wherever the heck they all are.
Because we are calling y'all each week. We're doing our never-ending referrals. We're doing the DT, D2, and you'll be surprised at how many we ask who has their database, and they say, oh, well, I have it. Okay, do you have it in a program? Well, I have it written down.
You guys should know off the top of your head every time someone asks you how many people are in my database, and know your answer. How many cells will that generate? Know your answer.
And then also, we're wanting you guys to put your information in a database, because we're going to be rolling out some things in the next month, and it's going to have to be in EEDGE. Your database is going to have to be in EEDGE in order for us to do it.
Is that command thing?
Well, EEDGE is going to, yeah, what you put in EEDGE right now will roll into Command. But we're also...
So EEDGE and Command, guys, they're calling the new platform Command. It basically will still be EEDGE. That's what they've always called our database. So it's really kind of like, what does it mean? Command is the entire Keller Cloud. Part of it is the database. There's more to it. So if you have been around for forever, not been around for forever, whichever, you keep meaning to, gonna do your database. Get in here and get to this class and do it.
Well, and if you're not already using it, you need to, because they're going to be doing green sheets and everything through Command. So if you want to get paid, you need to learn how to do it. Unless you're just out there selling real estate for free and you don't care about getting paid.
Unless you're sitting in here and you're a millionaire and have an assistant to do it, come to this class and get that.
Yes.
And I have as many labs as we need to have to get it.
We're also working on the auto flow items for your Ninja mail outs, and it's gonna have to be in EEDGE. So come to the workshops, let's get your stuff in the systems so that we can get you rocking and rolling.
Get you rocking and rolling. All right, Ravina Homes, our friend Rick, this is, we were at Ravina Home one time for a sales meeting. He is gonna come in and speak at team meeting. He is presenting something for us next week at team meeting. He's gonna come in and speak with some new construction content. He's gonna follow it up with an expert buyer new construction class at his model home, I think the following Tuesday. So, come to team meeting and hear Rick. I know a lot of you, you're at these models so that you can become and learn more about new construction. Rick used to be a team leader. He also was a ninja and worked for the group in Colorado. So we're really grateful that's going to be good content. Family reunion. I have not heard a whole bunch of you getting too excited about it. It is from the 16th to the 19th. It is in New Orleans. They still have tickets. If you are on the fence and have been thinking about going, as I'm listening to it from the leadership side, and I go in and listen behind the scenes to the live content that is coming in, that they're posting about what's going to be released, it is going to be amazing. So if you are at all considering, come talk to me. We as leadership staff, Jennifer and Ruth and I will go over there and come back, and I'll be training you on it. And still, there's nothing like, I think it's life-changing to consider going if you haven't. Coming up. And this is just more about that class. If you guys want to put that on your calendar, Tuesday the 19th, we'll be at convention, and Rick is having that at his model home, which is real close by here. You guys know what Remind is? Who's using Remind? Who's trained on Remind?
Oh, I've kind of gone into it, but to say I'm an expert, no.
So I called and I got us a class to come in and train on it, okay? It is going to be March 26th. I know that's a little bit in advance, but that's how far in advance I've got to do it. So if you want to put that on your calendar, we're kind of looking at focus first, Remind, Matrix, CMA training, so that you guys can really become expert on your CMAs. 26th. Okay, you got, oh, go back a second. 1 p.m. And that'll be a trainer that'll come in for us from Remind.
Is that CE?
Not CE for Remind. I am going to do some CE with Matrix as soon as I think we maybe already we're working on getting that scheduled, and then I'll announce that for you. I'm bringing in some CE pretty soon. Okay, did you guys know that we have a transaction coordinator in the office?
Yes.
Yes, you all know that?
Yes.
How much does she charge? It's around $200 per transaction, right? So if you guys have a limiting belief or a closed mind about, no, I could never possibly use a transaction coordinator, I went for a long time watching and getting one for you that I could bring in, that we could trust to have your contract to close set up to what? For you to be able to go sell more houses. That is where she'll get you all the way to compliance, to your green sheet, and you pay at closing. I just want you to be aware she's there, available to you. Consider trying it out. Pay at closing. Okay, so your market share. I was interested in this chart here. One of the agents had asked us for a market share combining area 39 and 19. So this is what we did. I usually show you a different 19 and a different 39. So right now we're in area 19, right, is where we're standing. So when you guys go to a listing presentation, do you guys have this in your packages? Do you understand that you can grab this from the intranet at all times? Earl updates it every month for us, and then we update it. Jennifer updates it with us whenever she gets her numbers in. So here's your Keller Williams advantage. This is green if it's listings, if it's yellow, it's buyers. This is our market share in these areas. The point is you guys dominate the area compared to other brokerages. These are other brokerages, and if you go on the line, what I was interested is we don't have new construction on this chart, just because we don't have a lot of new construction in area 39. So combined total, the sales, I didn't see any new construction on here. If you pull area 19, you'll see Lennar on there, I think as the second biggest next to us. Let's say you're going on a listing presentation. Somebody in the room tell me how I could use this in a listing presentation.
You want your house to sell?
Claire's saying that you want your house to sell. Who's selling the most homes? Who has the most signs of the yard? Who has the most agents who can market your home? Right? The most buyers you bring to your house. So you guys get comfortable actually pulling this and putting it in your listing presentation, first of all, and being able to speak to it when you're at a listing presentation. It's very easy for you to grab and put into your presentation. Oh, sorry, that one was volume, and this one, or that one was by units, this one's by volume. Here's 160 million in volume for that particular month that these are pulled. Okay, right? Is that right, Jen? Mm-hmm. So all of these charts there for you. You can pull any area. If you wanted to, go outside of 19 or 39, we can grab those for you. Your KW stats. You guys have one in your hand? I passed them around. So Earl pulls these for me. This is still December's numbers. January's just weren't available yet. Do you guys know how to pull them? Do you know how to go to kwstats.com and put in your username and password? Everyone in the room say yes.
Yes.
Anyone in the room not going to say yes?
No.
Okay, I talk about it every team meeting repetitively because here's why. I want you to be able to just do this, right? Grab it on your way, pull it up and show someone. So here's area 19. Who in the room can tell me what this says? Y'all are shy today. What's the red box mean?
Most of them sold that price range.
So what we do is you go to kwstats.com, right? So this is Ruth's username that we put in. We pull up the area. So say I'm talking to you about a real estate review. When you guys want the points on your Ninja card from a real estate review, you go to kwstats.com, you put in area 19. Somebody tell me what this says. So Earl goes in here, puts this red box. This is the sweet spot of the market, right? Now we know why this part isn't up. There's just not a lot of inventory under 180,000, right? There's just not much for sale. Otherwise, that would probably be a bigger percentage of the market. There's just not any houses. Then you go into the 16 houses that have sold in the 180 to 200 price range. What were their average days on market? 67 days. That seems kind of long, doesn't it?
They all seem kind of long in that price range.
64 days, 85 days, 98 days, 71 days. So if I'm going to list your house in this price range, how many days is it going to take for you to expect to sell your home? 60-ish days, right? So when you are talking to them with your CMA and you're speaking to them about the market, or someone asks you how's the market doing, you're up here talking about new construction, you're driving around in area 19, are you going to say 60 to 90 days? How's the market doing? How fast is the market? Is it slowing down or speeding up? Is it slow or fast? Is it a buyer's market or a seller's market?
Or go down and take a left.
What happens if you're getting up into a luxury price range?
A lot longer days on market.
So let's say I'm in this area and there's not a whole lot, 800,000 range. Basically, kind of like up here, there's not a whole lot of inventory down here anyway, right, in area 19. But if I were, would I be worried about the price that's sitting on the market? Or am I going to say my house is the best house in the neighborhood? These are for your pricing conversations and just your real estate reviews. Somebody name a luxury neighborhood in area 19. Teeswood. So are there any luxury homes in area 19? Teeswood's a good example, right?
I would like to say Wedgewood.
You could say that if you wanted. You guys know your neighborhoods, know your market. When I had somebody who, I said something about Walden not too long ago, and the agent said, Walden, what does that mean? Hey, that doesn't mean the agent's dumb. It's just that they haven't heard the words used. We've got to talk about our neighborhoods. We've got to go out and look at inventory. It's why we're bringing you here. Where is our month supply of inventory on here? 5.1 compared to last year, 5.3, down 4.2%. That's a very small percentage of the market is down. Is the market up or down year over year? Okay. Is your inventory down, which means what? Seller's market up. If it's 4 months of inventory, what does that mean? Seller's market. Are we still in a seller's market? If you guys look at economic conditions, are we in a shift in our area? Most of the nation is in a shift. Well, we're not really in a shift yet. We know that the rest of the nation will affect us eventually, but Houston is strong. The economic summit that just got released said we're not really going to expect too much of a recession here.
We are kind of down.
We're down a little bit on what? On inventory? Somebody read it who's got it in front of them. Sold is down 4% year over year, right? For sale down. That means inventory's down. Your median price, up or down? So prices have raised a little bit. For sale is down. They're pricing them a little lower. Price per square foot, up a tiny bit. Sold price to the original price, still running strong. Down a little bit. 91%. That's kind of a little low for you to think you might sell around 92% less than the list price. Your average days on market around the same. month supply, still running pretty strong on a seller's market, possibly swinging back the other direction. This is why we talk about it every team meeting. You guys won't have to wonder what the market's doing. Okay? You guys feel like you could have those conversations? I'm going to play you a KW Command video, so hang tight with me here for this last bit of the meeting, and then I'm going to break, but before we do break, I'm going to have some more spin of the wheels. So let's watch this video. Tune in.
So right now I'm going to jump into smart plans. Smart plans, just as a basic overview of what that is the engine behind command that drives the automation to help you become that tech-enabled agent. So this is the screen that you're going to open up to when you click create a smart plan from scratch. You know, you're going to be able to search for actions to be able to kick these off, and then have these automations to kick off, you know, throughout the process. Marketing automations are going to be built in here. We're going to give you the capabilities to put manual task reminders, so that's going to create those manual tasks for you, so you don't have to think about them or create them. These are building blocks. If this person is a past client, then I'm going to do this. If it's a new lead, then I'm going to do this. Maybe delay, I'm going to wait a couple days before I send this email, after this email. What these can do is they can also transition to different smart plans based on what has happened. But really what I want to point out is how simple these are to create. This is all just drag and drop. We're just taking some of these pieces and we're moving them over to this area. So this is showing an example of, here's an email that goes out, we're going to wait 7 days, and then here's another email that goes out, we're going to wait another 7 days, then we're going to have a phone call, and then the next prompt is, were they interested, yes or no, and then based on whatever happens there, we're going to be able to branch the smart plan in that area. It's not only easy to copy smart plans that are already in there that KW has built for you, or other agents have built, or your team leaders, but at the same time, you're going to be able to come in here and create them and customize them really easily through just drag and drop means. It's simple. You can put it in there. We're going to track everything through the cloud, and this enables you to be that tech-enabled agent.
What do you guys think about that? So let's say you guys went under contract and you got ratified today. What would happen in 3 days from the day you got ratified? You'd have a receipt of your option money and earnest money in the file, right? So what if you have a little reminder that says, make sure that we've got receipted copies up in the loop? Then how many days after that is your option period over? 7 more days. 7-day option period ending, change to pending. Right, that little reminder. Like your assistant. This is what command is going to be designed to do. You guys pop it in there and say, every time I have a contract, 10 days later, if that's what you do, change to pending. All those little things set up for you that'll just be a drag and drop situation. Maybe you list your house and the next thing you do is make a Facebook ad. Well, if it goes under contract in 1 day, maybe you didn't do that. 7 days later, you make a Facebook ad. 7 days later, you do the next thing. Your marketing plans, then what do you do when you go to your listing presentation and talk to your sellers about your marketing plan? Here's how we do it. Designed for you, easy, easy, easy. The whole idea of command is to make your lives easy, which what will happen if you don't have your databases set up? Right? So it's called the tech-enabled agent. That's where it's going. Okay. I want to have, I saw Miss Agent of the Week, Krista Clary, sneaking back. Come up here and spin this wheel. You're Agent of the Week. That's okay. So, my little thing don't spin too hard because I'm trying to get this to catch. Win something, win something. And if the fundraiser, we've been doing more gameplay. Spin it. Spin it.
Whatever piece falls off.
Well, that's nice. It's moving a little fast or a little slow. That's what you're going to say. Okay, she won a millionaire real estate agent book. Now, you guys may not think that's exciting because you're so used to getting them. When could you use an MREA? Could you give that to another agent who you meet? Could you give it as a gift to someone, right? Pay it forward. Congratulations, I owe you a book. Now, my team that is ahead right now, make sure that my numbers are correct, is Who Dat Feasters. Woo! Who Dat Feasters is winning, and on Who Dat Feasters is a attention person. It's so fun to make this.
What color red will
The color red. Oh, he got the memo not to spin too fast.
As he walks away.
So I put a trick for you on this board, you guys. You guys know somebody's gonna win an iPad at the end of this, right? So you guys have got to show up and play. $10 cash back loan. Yay! All right, have a good rest of your week. Turn in your points. Get with your captains. Get with your committees. Go look at your new construction report.
Before everybody heads out, we've got a couple of gift cards to give away, and then I've got actually Amber from Eagle Mortgage, who is our in-house lender that we have all our buyers pre-qualify with. If you want to just go ahead and say a couple things, I'll have you draw.
Sure. Basically, you know, I saw that you guys are learning a lot about new technology and ways to make you guys more efficient in the field, give you more free time. We actually just rolled out a similar type thing for our pre-quals. It's called Astrobot, and basically, a buyer will pre-qual with us. I get a notification that a buyer has pre-qualled. I go into the file and I simply put the community in. I get out of the file and I text Astrobot, and it pre-quals your buyer for me. So I'm getting pre-quals back like this. And with Cole having buyers come in the office as much as he does, it's very simple for 15-minute talk. Go to the, you know, walk the model, walk the home site, community. Comes back, the buyer's already pre-qualified. So, you know, technology is the way to go with our business. It helps us with efficiencies, security with your buyers. I mean, we're pretty much using virtuality for everything, document uploading, all of that kind of stuff. So I know she spoke about credit repair. We also have a credit coaching division, free of charge for your buyers. You get on contract with Cole, it can happen during the construction of your buyer's home. So there's no pausing. We'll repull right before you know, the home is finished, usually a month out, just in case if there are any scares or anything that happens, we have time to catch it. So you know, I'll leave some cards here. If she's not available, if you guys have another buyer that you just, you know, having credit challenges with, or just looking for some, you know, lender incentives, please reach out. I'm always available. So I'd love to, you know, meet you guys, earn your business, let me know what I can do to help you guys, okay?
Thank you.
And first one.
Melissa Kane.
Hey Melissa, you were only 2 points behind in winning this week. You're that way out.
That's a fine.
Thank you.
Second place is what?
It's got a name on that.
I need a turbo.
Who's the meeting?
All that I'm looking like, they
Oh,
are.
right there? I need to get your email address and I'll forward it to you. So before you leave, that is it. I appreciate you guys coming out.